Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 8, Episode 9, I believe it is. So, with no more further ado, let's get to it, shall we? I say I'm gonna take some time off, y'all. All the cashiers, they was like, somebody stole her truck. It was like you could hear it all throughout the store. This Rox coming to you today with a review for Love and Marriage Detroit, Love and Marriage Huntsville, our book 4, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so the show opens with Karen and Uncle Jessup. They're sitting down to talk. I could have swore I saw somebody over my shoulder. Was there anybody behind me, child? I'm tripping. Is there anything? It's nothing, but I swear I thought I saw something. Anyway, I gotta get back. That shit scared me. I don't know what I saw. Anyway, she's fussing at Uncle Jessup because I guess she had been trying to reach him and he wasn't answering the phone. You know what, Uncle Jessup, you sit down right there because I am upset with you. I have been calling and calling. I didn't like that you ignored my call. Uncle Jessup is a very busy man. Karen says she knows that. However, she expects him to answer her call. Okay. Well, Uncle Jessup, he explains, I did answer the call. I didn't answer the call for anybody else but you. Okay, but listen, Uncle Jessup is busy. He didn't get to be that money man like you told us he was, sitting around answering phone calls from Karen Huger all the damn time. So give him a break. Anyway, you got his full attention today. What you need? Well, first you got to get through all of the Karen things that Karen does. She's telling us about her health issues. Karen is now 60 years old, so she has to be a little bit more diligent about her health. And she says that she has 5% plaque buildup in her arteries, and she wants to make sure that she keeps an eye on that and even checks it. So I guess this is Karen being on her health thing. And then she also tells him that she is going to be having an event for PAVE. PAVE is that organization that she belongs to. She's a spokesperson for, remember it was victims of rape, like taking back their power and whatever. So she is having an event, or the organization is having an event that she's going to be speaking at, and she wants all the girls to come. And so once I found out that that's what that was going to be, I knew that this was going to be sort of like a filler episode, or one of those episodes that just doesn't have much drama because, the subject matter is a little bit more serious. So, usually the ladies are on their best behavior. Usually. Now, let's jump over to Mia. So Mia and Gordon go to this, it looks like a kitchen, okay? And we find out that they're going to be taking a cooking class. So I was just like, oh, this is nice. I guess this is, some relationship building between Mia and Gordon, considering they're having some issues, you guys. And remember, Mia always reminds us, because I told you Mia is grooming us to get us prepared for what she is now doing. But anyway, so she goes in there, they meet the chef who's going to be teaching them and everything. And then we find out it's not going to just be Mia and Gordon. It's going to also be Robin and Juan. And I was like, boy, that Juan, now that he ain't working. Now he didn't got reduced to coming and being the damn husband of Robin on the show. I mean, we never see Juan. Now we see Juan too much, if you ask me. So anyway, they're walking in and Juan gets a phone call and it's a potential job. So, Robin was like, you gonna answer that now? And he was like, yeah, shit. Nigga need a job. He ain't really got it in him to be coming with you to filming all the time. So he answers the call, something about assistant coach or whatever. And Robin does tell us that even though, they are having, well, even though they don't have Juan's income, technically they do, because they paid out the rest of his contract. So he does have that money. So she said they have that in savings, as well as her starting some business. There is a skincare place that she is starting a business with. It's franchise, a place that she's been going to for years and years and years, and they're franchising out now. So she opened a franchise of her own. So that's, her diversifying her portfolio is what she said. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. They okay with money. They just need to make sure you know that. But Juan says he's still gonna go on these interviews. Anyway, they go inside, oh, everybody greets each other. Hey, what's up, G? What's up, Juan? Hugs, kisses all around. And because Mia and Robin are trying to forge a friendship, and Robin and Mia have something in common because of what they went through as far as finances and all, we're going to try to get this friendship together. I said, okay. It's so funny because I know a lot of people don't like Mia, but you guys know I like Mia. I don't know why, but Mia is hella messy. So anyway, we get in there and we cooking and everything. And I'm just trying to figure out if this was something that Mia did on her own messy, her own messy ways, or did production put her up to this? Because it was the most uncomfortable. It almost felt like Mia knew she had to do it. But, it's hard to tell with Mia because, like I said, she's messy and she likes to be messy. But even this was even kind of a little bit a lot for even Mia, But anyway, she was like, asked him about the hotel situation, and Robin had that look on her face. I know Robin wanted to cuss Mia out. Okay. Just like, really? Are we really here? And you're asking that? That was either the look, or it could have also been the look like, okay, well, here it goes. I know production said we got to do this. So, we're going to do this. I couldn't really tell which one it was, but Robin definitely had a very uncomfortable look on her face. And then, of course, Juan explaining the story, having to know how crazy it sounds, even if by some chance it is a true story. It don't sound true to me. It sounds very strange, but if it is by any chance a true story, it does still sound crazy. When Mia was just like, so you went to the hotel to pay the bill? Like, okay, the girl lost her purse. She at the casino. Still don't understand why she didn't ask the guy that she was actually coming down there to meet up with to pay for it. But listen, I guess that's me asking too many fucking questions, okay? But for whatever reason, she calls Juan instead, and Juan, instead of just being like, okay, put them on the phone, tell them to take my hotel, my credit card number, Juan takes it even further, and decides to actually go down to the hotel and pay. And, Mia was just like, so you couldn't do it over the phone? And I mean, clearly he could have, but he didn't. So yeah, it was very uncomfortable. And secondhand embarrassment. Those scenes are so hard for me to watch. I almost turned the channel. That's how strange the whole scene was. But, we got through it. Robin didn't say nothing smart to Mia. She let Mia and Juan have the conversation. Juan didn't fly off the handle, didn't get offended. He just stuck it out. He said what he said. It's basically the same exact thing that Robin said, like Mia said. So they are definitely on the same page, okay? I was like, these girls is ruthless on this show. I mean, it's nothing comes before the show. Like I said, they are not friends, because a friend wouldn't have put Juan on the spot like that, But anyway, so yeah, once we get past that, everybody loosens up a little bit, even though this is a still very tension-filled, but it loosens back up, okay? And they start talking about the financial things that they've gone through. Robin just kind of telling G, that she kind of knows what they're going through and all of that. They had something similar. And from the way that G was acting, I almost felt like G was not really wanting to get into it with them, about what was going on. So, yeah. It turned out to be a nice little outing and all, but I was just like, wow, like, ooh, wee Mia. I don't know who else probably would have put Juan on the spot like that. They definitely had the right person for the job, but yeah, it was a lot. Now, later on, we see Mia and G, and they're talking, and she's telling him that she's going to be going to Karen's thing for PAVE, and how she's a little hesitant to go because Mia has had she's had some sexual assault trauma in the past that she feels that she didn't really deal with. And she already knows that usually these type of things are triggering for her. But she's going to go because she's trying to be supportive to Karen. Now let's jump over to Wendy. Wendy is at home with her mom and the kids. And, they're sitting around talking. You guys remember her mom had just had that surgery. So when Wendy sits down with her mother and, she's talking, and we find out that that surgery actually was an elective surgery. So it wasn't something that was emergency. Or maybe it was an emergency, but you don't really have, I don't know. But I think I heard the lady say an elective surgery. So usually elective surgeries, I thought, are not considered emergencies and like something that just had to happen and such. I don't know. But anyway, what I want to discuss just very shortly, because nobody seems to be mentioning it. I think it was being mentioned earlier and then it's kind of dropped away. But Wendy's mom is considerably more light-skinned. I'm just going to ask you guys, like, what's that about? Have y'all seen old pictures of Wendy's mom and new pictures of Wendy's mom? Okay, I'm gonna just leave it on the table like that. Is the lady bleaching, skin bleaching? You know, I never ever go straight to skin bleaching when people look lighter and things, because I go to a dermatologist and I know that I can tell when my skin is doing better or worse when I'm looking at my videos. Sometimes my skin looks brighter or sometimes it looks more dull, and it's only simply because I've been going to the, you know, whether or not I've been under a dermatologist's care, you know. So I do know your skin goes through changes and everything, but her mother is considerably more lighter. And I don't know if it's because of the lighting. It don't even look like lighting. It's something there. So I'm just letting y'all discuss in the comments and let me know what y'all think about that. Anyway, moving on. They start talking about this situation with NECA. Now the mom is acting like she has absolutely no idea who NECA is. Okay? Which is a far cry from what NECA's saying. Is let NECA tell it mama got a whole shrine over there that she praying to. So, you know, we sitting down and talking, and we find out that Lebe, so it made more sense to me this time than the last time. It was too confusing for me. So Lebe was best friends, I guess, with Wendy's sister, and so Wendy's mom considered Lebe like a daughter. Okay, even though Wendy says she wasn't really friends with Lebe or close to her, even though I think that's cap, okay, like the kids say. But, because if the mom is thinking of her as a daughter, obviously this woman is really, really around, okay, which means that the whole family knows her, not just the mama. But I guess now that the sister and the Lebe girl fell out, then that's where everything else kind of fell apart. But yeah, the mama say that she ain't got no shrine there, and that Wendy just needs to be careful around NECA, because, you know, it's very easy to find an enemy, you know, but it's hard to find a friend. It's too bad, like we said, that Wendy and NECA didn't turn out to be, you know, fast Nigerian friends on the show. That shit didn't work out that way. But the mama was just like, yeah, the only shrine that she knows of is the one that's in downtown Baltimore. Okay, so I don't even know where this shrine situation came from, but mama all of a sudden is acting like she don't know what anybody is talking about. Jumping over to Giselle, we see Giselle and her oldest, who is them girls turned out to be beautiful. I mean, it was, you know, they take, of course, more close to their mother than their father, but just grew up and matured to be very, very pretty girls. Her oldest is about to go away to college, remember, so it's so funny because oh my God, we got snow flurries, you guys. Very, very, very slight, but yes, there are snow flurries that are happening. It's cold as shit out there, you guys. That's why I'm in this front seat, because this seat heats up and my steering wheel heats up. So I was like, I can't sit in that back seat today, honey. We got to be up here in the studio. So, but yeah, we got flurries, you guys. Fun. Anyway, Giselle, you know, I think Giselle wants us to look at her as a little bit more humanized, especially when it comes to her daughters. That's the only time that I kind of feel like Giselle might be more like a human being than a robot or a monster or whatever the hell she is. But it's just funny how she talks to the oldest one. So, you know, they go to this self-defense class because she needs to be able to protect herself when she's away at college and all of that. So you know, she's telling her karate chop to the balls, you know, maybe stay away from the balls, but karate chop them and this and that. But we're going to go to the self-defense class and learn whatever we going to learn. So she learns it. But then afterwards, when they sitting down, you know, Giselle's like, I just want you to understand that I'm going to cry, that it's going to be very hard for me. It was just like, are you trying to talk yourself into some emotions, girl? It's okay. You know, I really thought that I was going to cry when Joe and Jada went away to school, I did cry a little bit with Joe. But I think it was more so because I just felt like I was supposed to. And but when we dropped off Jada, it wasn't no crying. It was just sort of like, oh, okay, this is it. Everybody gone. And then, 6 months later, they was back. Because Jada didn't finish, and then Joe, he graduated. So everybody was back home, after a while, everybody was back anyway. So shit, what was we getting excited for? Empty nesters for 15 minutes, child. But anyway, so she's telling her like how she's going to be, how it's just been her and the girls, and it is an adjustment. But looking at Giselle's gonna be fine, child. Giselle calls her man Jason, and hey Jay and whatever, and Giselle was just like, I just need to see your face, okay? And he was just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna make sure I get up there, get down there and see you guys and all of that. Because Giselle said once she get rid of all the other girls, then she gonna really be free. I want y'all to see that lace is lifting under there. I'm taking the wig off today for sure today, you guys. But she was just like, once everybody else is gone, she really will be able to be up under Jason or any other man that she chooses. Okay, so yeah, that's what's happening there. But yeah, congratulations to Giselle, getting her girls off successful to college and all. Can't believe how grown everybody has got. Then jumping over to Candace, we see Candace, she's talking to her mother, and she just had a mammogram. And I was like, Candace is young to be having a mammogram. So how old is Candace? Is she 40 yet? I didn't think that Candace was, was to 40, but maybe, but I didn't think, no, that doesn't sound right, but maybe. But anyway, she had, maybe because she felt some lump or something, but they ended up seeing that she had these 2 lumps. They think that it's her lymph nodes. Your lymph nodes sometimes swell and go down or whatever. They think that that's all it is. However, she's concerned, and I would be concerned too. I remember my first mammogram. I am really rambling off topic today, you guys, but anyway, my first mammogram, I had to go back because they thought they saw something and they didn't have a baseline, obviously. So I was a stressed out, nervous wreck. And then when I went back, they were like, oh, it's fine. They said, now we have a baseline, know what your titties do. So, we'll be able to see. So that might just be what was happening with Candace too. But when you get your first mammogram, you don't know all that. People don't really tell you about baseline. You don't know shit about that. So when they come telling you need to come back, all you know is like, oh my God, my mama died from cancer. My auntie died from cancer. Everybody got cancer. You start getting super paranoid and anxious and scared. So I see where Candace is coming from, but they're going to keep an eye on it. Even though she doesn't want to keep an eye on it, she feels like they need to be proactive instead of reactive. Listen, if you was like Angelina Jolie, honey, Angelina Jolie just cut her breast. She had a double mastectomy. She didn't even have cancer. When you rich, you can go and tell the doctor, cancer runs in my family, cut them off. I got the money, do it, and they will. Okay? I don't know if Candace got the money to just be going and telling doctors to cut her breast off or whatever, or even that's even an option that she wants. But people do that when they have it running in their family, in order to just not even deal with that at all. I mean, that is a huge move. For real. But people do it. So, I guess that could be an option, maybe. I don't know. Real rock star doctors out there, do y'all just cut people's breast off when they feel like they may be, may catch it, may end up getting cancer? Anyway, so later on we see her going out with Nneka, because I think that Candace is trying to get a friendship with Nneka, but she also kind of feels, I don't know how Candace is feeling about Wendy this season. There's a disconnect there. Haven't been able to put my finger on it 100%, but the friendship feels, I don't know, something is weird happening. Have you guys noticed that there's just a very small little something happening with Wendy and Candace? But anyway, so Candace is sitting down with Nneka, and she says that she feels like she has to even be on eggshells because of her friendship with Wendy. But she also feels like, she needs to be able to give Nneka a chance like anybody else, because, Nneka's new and all of that. So they're sitting down there talking. And side note, Nneka is now officially Nneka and her baby here, because I cannot. It's just amazing. the baby hair situation. I mean, Wendy was already giving it to us a little bit, but NECA is on a whole nother level of baby hair. And it's just like these two damn curtains right there drives me fucking crazy. Every time I see it, y'all probably like, Roxanne, you need some baby hair because we keep on seeing your wig lifting. That shit is a fucking mess anyway. Child, they sitting there and they're talking. You know, they're just talking about the argument that her and Wendy had. In Wendy's defense, you know, Candace was like, do you think that it was cool to call her a bitch? Like, you know, we all talking and having a conversation, and then all of a sudden you just say, oh, bitch, something. You just jumped out the bag with the bitch. Okay, like we ain't even build up to bitch yet, and you was calling her bitches and everything, and so then Nika was just like, well, she called me a crackhead. Was that okay? And then Candace was like, yeah, she called you that, but that was after everything had then got so blown up and you guys were already fighting anyway. Okay, but yeah, you said bitch, and that's kind of what amped everything up. So yeah, like I said, Candace is trying to kind of be there for Wendy too, but I think that Candace is also trying to be fair to Nneka. Them two have a lot in common. They're both young and they're both trying to get pregnant. Candace has done a few rounds of IVF. It hasn't been successful thus far. This girl is just Nneka and her baby hair just getting started. And so, you know, they have that. Maybe they can forge some sort of friendship there. But yeah, Karen's thing is coming up, and they all say that they're going as well. So everybody looks like they're going to be at Karen's pave event. So Karen's pave event. So Karen gets there with them blonde frizzy curls. I hated it. Like, to me, I think that's when they do it with the when they actually create the curls with the wand, as opposed to her wearing a curly wig. That's what that looked like to me, and I don't like the way that looks. Okay, just something about it. It's not, it doesn't look like I hate it. I just hate it, you know. So she gets there with them blonde frizzy curls, you know, she's greeting everybody. I mean, we ain't there for a fashion show, so it's okay. All the girls start to get there. So of course Jizzy gets there first. And, you know, her and Jizzy, they just good friends. Now, you know, me and Giselle, we have been through a lot. You know, but one thing that I do know is that Jizzy is going to support me as I will support her. Okay, so she had asked the ladies to bring a dress, you know, so everybody was going to bring their dress or whatever. So Jizzy gets there first with her dress, okay? I was just like, oh boy, we have come a long way. Remember how, because Karen was so mad at Giselle for saying, you know, you'll be dead and gone before I start to look bad. I was just like, oh, you were saying that this girl wished death on you. Now all of a sudden y'all ace boon coons. I tell you, that's just so funny. Oh, you guys is flurrying more. Then Karen's friend Kierne, something like that, she shows up, and then, you know, all the rest of them start to come in. Mia, then Ashley, then, you know, Nneka and her baby hair, and then Robin Dixon is here. Then Wendy, and then bringing up the rear was Candace. Okay, so once everybody got there, hang their dresses up, you know, we sit down, we get started. It's a serious event, so... Karen gets up there, thanks everybody for coming, you know, and just reminds them what the organization is for. She turns it over to the person that's, you know, also the host of the thing. And, you know, they have their speakers, they have people there that's singing, you know, and it's emotional. You know, the subject matter is very emotional, you guys. And everybody is kind of teary-eyed, either because they've had their own personal situations. As a matter of fact, we start to hear from the ladies in their confessionals. You know, Candace talked about it. We already knew that Mia had, you know, somebody had sexually assaulted her. Robin has also been sexually assaulted in the past, which is just so unfortunate. So you got 7 women on the cast, and half of the women have been raped. That's just, those numbers is crazy. Or not, or assaulted or tried to be, some sort of attempt on their body. And that is just, God, I was like, wow, that's actually a pretty jarring number, to know that my child might have a 50-50 chance, or me or anybody would have a 50-50 chance to get. I mean, the numbers are probably not that high, but for that room, kind of eye-opening. Anyway, while they're sitting there and they're listening to the lady sing, and they're getting all teary-eyed and whatever, Mia is getting more increasingly emotional, to the point where she gets up and she walks out. And she's kind of like, and that's what they do this season, we've noticed. It's a lot of walking, getting up and walking out. I mean, I guess maybe whatever you got to do to keep you from hauling off and swinging on somebody. So if you got to walk out the room, maybe that's the best way. But they weren't fighting at the time. Mia was just upset. So she goes out. And Ashley finally goes after her. And, Mia was like, I'm okay. Okay, it was just some stuff. And like I said, this is a serious matter, you guys. So I'm just going to try to do this the most diligent. I'm just trying to be the most delicate with the subject matter, with kind of, hopefully you guys understand what I'm trying to be, okay? So she comes out and she tells Ashley that she's had, some trauma in the past, which we already knew, okay? So, oh no, that's terrible. But then she tells us that her friend Courtney, the actual raping, what happened. And apparently her friend Courtney, is that the girl's name? The friend that was on Jackie. Not Courtney, Jackie. I'm getting the devils mixed up, you guys. Well, actually, Jackie wasn't bad. Jackie just, got caught up in Mia's wrath. But anyway, so she starts to tell us about Jackie. Maybe that's why she was so mean to Jackie last season, because subconsciously she was remembering when Jackie left her with her boyfriend. Now, I don't know why Jackie would leave Mia with her boyfriend, but I mean, that's neither here nor there. She left her with the boyfriend, and the boyfriend raped her. And she said that maybe she just has some sort of ill feelings towards Jackie, even though it wasn't her fault. All I'm going to say is, feels like you throwing Jackie under the bus, Mia. Okay. Are you trying to give us excuses for how horrible you were to Jackie last season? Because you were a bitch to Jackie last season. Okay, all right. Now, all of a sudden, it's convenient that we have found... Was that a bird? Why is a bird flying around? What is going on? I need to get out this car. There's a lot happening, y'all. There's a bird, I think, in my garage, and it is not bird. You don't usually see birds out when it's this cold. So I just don't understand what's happening. But back to the show. Her talking about Jackie and what happened, that's not Jackie's fault. You really could have told that whole full story without us knowing that it was Jackie's boyfriend. You could have really even said it was a friend of mine's boyfriend. You talking about Jackie, now I'm not trying to say anything bad about Mia. If that's what happened to her, yeah, it's a horrible thing. And, if she had the trauma, she should be able to express it and all that. What I'm saying is, because I know how Mia is, I feel like she's using this to make Jackie look bad and make her look better. I'm surprised Jackie hasn't surfaced on any social media to say her part. But, I mean, Mia did try to make it clear that she didn't blame Jackie. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, if you didn't blame Jackie, why we had to even know it was Jackie man? So that's what I'm saying. But anyway, y'all, that's it. That was the end of it. They come back to the table, and Candace asks her if she's good, and she says that she's good. Now, once they finish the thing, Karen tells everybody, we'd like everybody to get over there so that we can take a group picture. Once it's all done, Giselle does go and talk to the lady that was given the event, and just says, she has a daughter that's going away to college. What are some tips I can give her to be safe? And, the lady gives her a few tips and everything. And so that was it. And it's a successful event. Like I said, the ladies, when it's things like this, usually that is the episode where everybody acts like they have the most sense. We didn't have much drama in this one because, that. And I feel like it was a filler episode anyway, so it was fine. My dander wasn't up or nothing. How'd y'all like the episode? All right, you guys, that is it. Let me get on off of here. I'll get this edited and up to you. Make sure that you thumbs up the video, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm Roxanne. The channel is itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, Roxstars. Goodbye.